Hey everyone, welcome into the AI Kitchen. I'm Dave, and as always, today we're gonna take a recipe, pump it through the AI generator, ChatGPT, and try to make something better, something new, whatever it is we do here. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Let's get into this. Today we're gonna elevate Taco Bell's Mexican pizza, which everyone loves a Mexican pizza. I wanna see if we could make it at home, but not only make it even better than what it is at Taco Bell. Some people will say that's a high bar, some will say it's a low bar. Let me know down below what you think. Start off, we need to cook up some ground beef. We need to get some taco seasoning going. We're gonna do homemade taco seasoning because it's really easy. But we're not just gonna do it at home because it's really easy. We're gonna do it at home because AI told us to. So what we wanna do is take some chili powder. We need 2 teaspoons of chili powder, which I do have chili powder here. But I've got like a little half teaspoon measure, so we'll just do that 4 times. 1, 2, and this is where I tell you I am not a professional cook. I like to say that every couple of videos just to remind you guys, because you're about to write, oh my gosh, why is he using a half teaspoon to measure a teaspoon? It's because I'm not good at this, guys, but I'm okay with that. And a lot of times we end up with delicious food that literally anyone can cook because I succeed cooking it. In cooking it, I think that's how you say that. That was a teaspoon of cumin, 1 teaspoon of cumin, 2 teaspoons of chili powder, half a teaspoon of garlic powder, like so, and then half a teaspoon of onion powder. Now you can add a little cayenne pepper as well. It says optional cayenne pepper, 1/4 teaspoon. So that's part of your choices in life. Stir that up and we've got our taco seasoning ready to go. And what, we just saved 79 cents by using stuff that was already in the pantry? It's a win. Although I think taco seasoning is like $1.19 now. Crazy world. I went to get a soda, guys, and it was $2.75 for a 20-ounce Diet Mountain Dew. Just crazy. We're gonna go over to our stovetop. We're gonna prepare our beef, and actually I think we're gonna prepare our tortillas first. Tortillas, that's how you say it. With a light coat. So basically we're gonna fry the tortillas until golden and set them aside on paper towels. That's just to get more of a crisp, it says. So let's move over to the stove and try it out. So this should be a pretty simple recipe, I think. I've heated up some oil on the skillet here, and I'm gonna take my tortillas, which I think are corn, yes, corn tortillas, and I'm gonna pop them on there, just get them a little crispy, and then set them aside. And it says that's gonna help with the texture. We've done this for a lot of different recipes. I always enjoy them a little crispy. So I'm just gonna use my hands. Probably should use some sort of other, use a spatula. Basically just trying to make these golden brown, which are already starting to get there. I might need to turn my heat up a scotch. All right, I got a little spatula here so we can kind of twist and turn. Man, they sucked up all that oil, huh? Maybe it's too hot now. I don't know. Is it golden? Do I need more oil? Clearly my stovetop's on an angle here. We're gonna call these ones done. I don't know. Set them here like so, and then do some more. How many do I need? I don't need that many. I'm not making that many of these. That's like too much oil. Now I'm like deep frying them. See, this is the problem. This right here, see how it's pooling? How can I fix that without burning my face off? Is that a little better? Not really. That's a little better. Anyways, let's start. It's not great though. It's not great. Come on. This is dangerous. That's too dangerous. That's too dangerous. I'm gonna hurt myself. I'll just hold it. 1, 2. I don't really want to burn myself. 3. I was like underneath it adjusting the levelers while I'm cooking hot oil. Seems like a terrible idea. Seems like a good way to pour hot oil down your back and get 3rd-degree burns. And I'm just not in the mood for that today. Maybe a different day, but just doesn't seem like it would feel good. So I'm gonna pass on that. Look at that, wisdom. I'm getting older, getting smarter, getting wiser. Would have made for a great video though. I melted my back flesh off. I'm now bald. So many different thumbnails and titles I can think of. All right, so do this for a couple more, and then we'll be back. All right, so I preheated like 9 tortilla shells. I've only got a pound of ground beef, so I think a Mexican taco calls for 2. So if I have 9, I can make like 4 or 5. Is that math? Something like that. Might be not even, I probably needed an even number, but that's all right, fine. Now we're gonna cook up our ground beef. This is just a pound of lean ground beef. This is 90-10. Basically, we're just browning our ground beef completely. You don't want any pink left, at least according to ChatGPT. And I'm not really into tartare. Is that what they call it? Beef tartare, where it's like uncooked. And I had it once. Hated it, but I had it once. The thing with beef tartare is I think you need to have like super clean beef. I don't know if the Walmart beef would really qualify as super clean. No, not throwing shade at Walmart, but I'm just saying, I don't know. All right, so we want to, now if you got like 80-20, you're gonna have a ton of grease in the pan right now, and I recommend draining some of that grease. You know, since I'm using really lean meat, I probably don't need to drain the grease. There's a little bit, but there's not much. I think some of that is just the olive oil I had in here that I was using with the tortilla shells. It's not fully brown, but it's close enough. So we're gonna add we're gonna drop that on the ground inconveniently. I need to go get another one of those. All right, now we're gonna add our taco seasoning blend that we made earlier in a splash of water. And we're just gonna mix that up. Uh-oh, don't spill water on your computer, Dave. We're just gonna mix that up now, get all that integrated, all that seasoning flavor mixed in with the tacos. Maybe I should have drained the grease now that I'm looking, but then again, I added water, so that's why it looks a little extra greasy, but I don't know. You can cook it down anyways. I'm gonna lower my heat just a hair, make sure that seasoning's all mixed in, which I think it is. I'm gonna let that simmer for a couple minutes. You know what, if you want to, you could probably strain it or drain it at this point too, or you could use a slotted spoon when you pick up your beef so you don't pick up a bunch of the grease. But we're gonna move our cameras back over there because we're gonna start to assemble this. This is gonna be an easy recipe, guys. Okay, so now we're gonna do the assembly. This, like I said, a really easy recipe. We're gonna take our tortilla there. We can do a couple of them. Let's do 3 of them. Why not? I'm feeling crazy. Spread a layer of refried beans, and it literally says to use canned refried beans. I know not everyone loves these, and I'm kind of in the camp of not loving them without doing something to them, but this is what it calls for, because we're trying to get that Taco Bell kind of thing going on. So is that too much? Probably not. Probably not. I think that seems like about right for the Mexican pizza. And do another one. I don't know, we could do 6 of them too. We have the power. Maybe I'll do 6 of them. Anyway, spread refried beans on the bottom. That's what we're doing. That's where we're at. And when I first asked ChatGPT to create a recipe for Mexican pizza, it gave me like a Mexican, like a literal pizza dough recipe with all these Mexican ingredients. And I'm like, yo, that sounds good. It's not what I'm looking for, but it sounds good. Maybe we need to make that in a future video, actual Mexican pizza that ChatGPT came up with. But I said, no, I want it to be like the Taco Bell Mexican pizza. And then it, spat out this recipe. All right, so we got that. Now I'm gonna get some seasoned meat for the next layer. All right, so now a little seasoned beef goes on there, which is still scorching hot. And I'll put a little bit on those 2. Let me get some more. I want to go a little heavy with the beef because Taco Bell, they're always skimping on the beef. So we're trying to really make it better, an elevated version of the Taco Bell one. And I think extra meat is a great way to get us there. So basically 6 is the answer to how many I can make. Although if I only made, I just thought of this, guys. If I only heated up 9 shells, then I don't have enough shells for the second layer because I need 12 shells to make this happen. That's all right. Maybe I just won't heat the other one. We'll see what the difference is. Now we need to sprinkle with an Oaxaca cheese and cheddar blend. I cannot find Oaxaca cheese anywhere, so I just got mozzarella, which ChatGPT told me is a fine replacement. And it's supposed to be like a 50-50 blend of mozzarella and cheddar. But again, it can be Oaxaca if you have access to that. I don't know where you'd get that, but somewhere it must exist because they say it exists. But it's a soft cheese, mozzarella. We're gonna mix those up together. It's a little cheese blend here. We're gonna add a layer of that cheese blend to each of these. How much is too much? I don't know. I don't know. Layer it on there like that. A little bit more here. I'm just loading it up. Why not? There. Perfect. Mexican pizza. Place another tortilla on top, which is what I guessed. It is a pizza after all. Although pizza doesn't have 2 layers. Sandwiches do. Pizzas don't. So yeah, I don't have enough. But I'm just gonna use some non-crisped ones. Or I could just literally crisp them up in like 2 seconds. Should I do it? Do it right, Dave. Do it right. All right, guys, I got 3 more. Uno, you still here? Yeah, you're still with me. I'm checking to see if I was still recording. Dos and trace. Boom. Didn't take long to just do the right thing there. Okay, so now we need to add a thin layer of enchilada sauce, like red enchilada sauce, which is what we're doing here. That's how we're gonna do it. Should I spread it out a little? Yeah, spread it out a little. I'm not sure how much. It says thin though, so I think, you hear how crispy that tortilla shell is? I was getting better at the tortilla shell thing as I was going. That happens pretty often, like you get a knack for it. There we go, and now we're supposed to add making a mess. Another layer of our cheese blend, again, Oaxaca and cheddar, or, how do you say that, by the way? I should look it up when I edit this. And cheddar, or mozzarella, which again, we're mozzarella in it. A lot of cheese there, beautiful. Okay, so now this goes in the oven, 400 degrees, 10 minutes, and then we're gonna top it with a bunch of stuff, which we're gonna prepare in just a second, because there's a whole bunch of toppings it wants us to add to this. And we've got a couple different things that we're gonna be able to put as like toppings on top of spaghetti all covered with cheese. I lost my point. Remember that song? What was that song? On top of spaghetti all covered with cheese. Can't remember. But these are green onions, so we're gonna just slice up some green onions. That can be an optional topping for folks on their Mexican pizza, and it's a delicious one too. So there we go. Easy peasy, lemon or lime. squeezy. We're also gonna want a lime. We'll slice that in half, and that will be used as well. We've got some fresh cilantro here as an optional topping as well. So again, just all types of good toppings that people can add some flair to their Mexican pizza with. Again, this isn't really a thing at Taco Bell. At Taco Bell, it is what it is. You get what you get, and you don't say a fuss. Wait, what's Tina say to the kids? You get what you get, and you don't make a fuss. That's what she says. At home, you have a little bit more opportunity. Customize your delicious, decadent Mexican pizza. Cilantro and green onions. Set those over here. Lime we'll put over here too. An onion, can't go wrong with an onion. Finely dice an onion too, so if people want to add some onion to theirs, they can. This isn't the best knife for this, but you get the point. We're using a red onion. Just chop up an onion of your choosing, and it can be an optional side. Now those are cooking at 400 for 10 minutes. By the time we're done with all this prep, it'll probably be done, and we're gonna get to try the elevated, amazing AI version of Mexican pizza. Now it also says you can have guacamole as an optional side. I decided not to do that. I felt like that was like too much of a departure from the original Mexican pizza. But I feel like putting some tomato slices and onions, chopped onions and cilantro isn't that crazy. It's just adding some garnish. And you can actually order your Mexican taco like that with Taco Bell. You can be like, actually you probably get guacamole on it. Does Taco Bell have guacamole? I don't think they do. They have some terrible queso. They used to have some terrible chips and queso. But now that they got the nacho fries, that queso is pretty good. Now I'm just going off on a topic here. Now we're doing a whole podcast about Taco Bell options. Here's my daughter, Callie. She wants to show you something while I chop these tomatoes. What do you want to show them?
First, I have new glasses.
Yep.
Guess what I did?
Looking fly.
I have new glasses.
What did you do with them?
Case.
Oh, you got a case. Okay, show them your case.
Customized it.
Oh, nice. She customized it herself to make it look super fly. Good job, Callie.
It's just potato all around.
So she's saying, if you can't hear her because I'm wearing the mic, she's saying she customized, let me see the front of it. She put her bunny potato on it. That's actually really cute. Very cute, Callie, very cute. Good job. You know, I missed this. It didn't say this in the thing. It says I could have used, I was wondering, I was like, why did I buy these? These are chipotles and adobo. It says I could have, if I decided to, mixed in some of the chipotle and adobo sauce with the enchilada sauce. That would have been good. That's an option, guys. I didn't actually see that. I bet that would have made it like really, really extra good because I love the flavor of that. But I totally missed it. I was sitting there, I'm like, what am I supposed to use this for? I also have black olives, which it says you can add some sliced black olives on top of your Mexican pizza when it's done. So we've got all the fun toppings ready to go. We just need to wait for this to be done. Should be done in just a minute or two, and we'll try it. All right, Mexican pizza, all types of elevated and stuff. Based on the recommendations of ChatGPT, it's done. It looks pretty good. It looks ultra cheesy. And like I said, we can add some cilantro, a little bit of green onion, use a little lime juice on it if we can succeed there. Oh, this is not a very juicy lime. Some tomatoes, little onion. And again, it says you can add sour cream, guacamole, etc., etc. But we're just gonna try it like this. I'm using a butter knife here because I'm cuckoo. That's too big of a bite, Dave. Sour cream probably would really improve it, but let's see. Let's try it. Moment of truth. Elevated Mexican pizza. Oh, man. Yeah, still fine. Yup. Definitely better than Taco Bell. Definitely better than Taco Bell. Just the meat alone is like 5x the goodness of Taco Bell. That's really good and really easy. The ease of it is the exciting part. And I think if I had used that chipotle and adobo sauce mixed in, that'd be like next level delicious. A lot of people hate tomatoes. I like tomatoes. A little cilantro. I didn't do a great job chopping the cilantro, I'll be honest. But you know, whatever. Can I get a little more lime? This lime is terrible. Get out there, lime juice. There we go. Got some lime juice on this bite. Okay, here we go. Bite number 2. That bite was a lot hotter. That's great. That's great. That's better than the Mexican pizza at Taco Bell. My only thing that I would suggest, go longer on the crisping of the tortilla shells. Because I think if they were a little crispier, that crunch would make it more Taco Bell-y, but in a good way. which is a weird thing. People don't say very often, more Taco Belly in a good way. The crunch would help it get there a little bit better. It's just not, I didn't go crunchy enough. On some of them, some of the later ones I did, they were probably a little crunchier. Those ones would probably be better. That was one of the first ones I did. I don't think I got the crunch to where it needs to be. The recipe as a whole though, sour cream would bring it to the next level. Chipotle and adobo would bring it to the next level. I think if you got all that in there and crisped it up a little more, you could be looking like at a 9.0 type recipe. The way I did it, the way I executed it, I think we're at like an 8.0 or something like that. Maybe a 7.9. I'm now rating things on this bizarre scale from now on because I'm having fun with that. So I'd call this like a 7.9. My Marry Me Chicken recipe, if you haven't seen that, or if you have, that's like a 9.5, right? So that's like your, nothing's a 10, but it's like a 9.5. This is like, yeah, excellent, worth cooking. Again, I think chipotle and adobo mixed in, crispier shells, some sour cream, you're gonna be in the 9s, but as is the way I did it, you know, my poor execution is about an 8. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode of AI Kitchen. Make sure you subscribe, tell your friends, hit the like button. We'll see you next time.